Hey everybody! Today we're looking at my updated Halloween diorama. Last year I made a diorama using set 21338, the A-frame cabin, and set 21341, Disney Hocus Pocus, the Sanderson sisters cottage. There were 5 base plates, and I built it with the intention of switching out the scene on the other side of the bridge. So this year I've added 2 more base plates, and all 7 base plates won't even fit here in the studio. The lighting where it's going to live is not as predictable as it is in here either. So in order to see the whole thing, we'll look at 2 sections in close detail here in the studio, and then I'll film it all together in its final location. So stick around for that. On this first section, not a lot has changed. There is the A-frame cabin where they're having a Halloween party with a bunch of friends. I've changed up the guests and added more details everywhere. You can see that the mystery gang has arrived at the party. They heard that there were some questionably spooky happenings going down by the creek, and they're skeptical, but they figured it couldn't hurt to solve a mystery while also having a good time. They had no idea they were investigating a spooktacular Halloween party, so they didn't bring costumes, but nobody cares because they're huge fans. Velma is searching for clues and found this squirrel that looks like it found a tablet. I hope it was password protected. You can see that the cabin has a bunch of fun, spooky party decorations like skeletons, bats, spiders, and jack-o'-lanterns. They also have cold drinks, barbecue from some guy that's dressed like a hot dog, desserts, and games like bobbing for apples. Great stuff. The guests really seem to be in the spirit of the season and have some great costumes. These friends over here really got into a group theme. It's ludicrous how real they look. Are they stunt doubles or something? Let me know in the comments if you recognize any of the costumes at the party. There's a creek that goes past the cabin, and you can see there is a lot of plant and animal life everywhere. There are friendly otters and a sign that says no feeding the alligators, but the alligators might not be the creepiest thing in the creek. There's a curious bridge that crosses the creek, and a bunch of partygoers have started to cross the bridge in a search for treats. Where does the bridge go? Nobody knows. But what's the worst thing that could happen? The partygoers are having so much fun, they don't seem to notice the swamp creature in the creek or the Bigfoot that is taking pictures of all the people. I wonder if the pictures are blurry. Now we'll take a look at the next section. On the other side of the creek, you can see that some of the mystery gang has made it across, and Scooby and Shaggy are looking a little scared. They swear they saw a creepy tree monster in the woods, but Bob Ross said there would be Scooby snacks, so they'll keep going. Bob looks a little familiar. I hope he's not just making an educated wish. There are some more guests here getting ready to enter an old rusted gate that seems to have them a little worried. But Agatha Harkness is here and has told them that everything is okay. So I'm sure everything is fine. The gate and wall are from the Sanderson sisters' cottage. I changed up the layout so that the gravestones become part of the larger cemetery in the next area. Nobody seems to notice the spirit coming out of one of the stones or the gargoyle that feels like it's watching everyone. Spooky! Past the gate, we see the new addition to the diorama, Halloween Town. This is set 21351, Disney Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. With this type of diorama, I try to keep the sets as close to their original form as possible and just make minor adjustments for them to fit. However, I'm still mulling over whether or not I should upgrade Jack's house to be taller and more crooked at some point. All of these sections are on tiles and can be removed easily. This helps with moving everything and allows for buildings to be built across multiple mills plates. It also allowed me to have these sections be at tricky angles, and it makes it super easy if you decide to dismantle the diorama, but still want to keep some parts on display. As the trick-or-treaters cautiously continue their trek past the graveyard where Jack Skellington and Sally are hanging out, it looks like Zero and some other longtime residents are coming out to greet the guests. How delightful! New friends! Next we have Jack Skellington's house, and it looks like someone is doing some yard work. He keeps repeating that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. What a weird dude! It looks like this other guy is angry because he asked for a caramel latte and someone brought him pumpkin spice. What a nightmare! Inside the house, I think I see a ghost. If you see one too, go ahead and boop the like and subscribe buttons and let me know. Now we arrive at Town Hall, where it looks like they're throwing a party for the trick-or-treaters. The residents of Halloween Town are super friendly and live to celebrate Halloween. There are vampires, a mad scientist, Beetlejuice, don't say that 3 times, a ginormous spider, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, Wolfman, Fly Guy, a Mind Flayer, or possibly an Ood. We're not really sure because nobody speaks squid. We've got Frank rocking out, and of course, the mayor of Halloween Town himself is here to greet the guests. This guy over here seems to be upset. Somebody heard him grumbling about how the 13th is cooler than the 31st. Not sure what that's all about. Finally, we come to the Sanderson sisters' cottage, which I've kept accessible in the back. It looks like Winifred and Mary Sanderson are out front ready to greet our guests as well, which could be a little worrisome. The sisters have been known to cause chaos, and there are rumors that they eat children, so let's hope they're not up to anything nefarious. This spirit in the water seems to be giving us a warning about something. Probably not important. Above the cottage, we see that Sarah Sanderson is flying around, and judging by the colorful smoke billowing out of the chimney, the sisters are up to something as usual. Could this be the reason the partygoers were so drawn to cross that weird bridge? Is this the reason this forgotten graveyard feels so inviting and pleasant? Do Scooby and Shaggy ever get the Scooby snacks that Bob Ross promised? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So here's the diorama and the location it will be in for the spooky season. I am really happy with the way this turned out, but let me know what you think. This isn't a complex custom build, it's mostly just some landscaping and stories, but adding stories makes it more fun along the way. I hope you enjoy the tour. Happy Halloween!